Hey guys, I'm just out and about today. It's a couple days before Halloween and I'm here at the Edmonton International Raceway, as you can see. And I'm just waiting now to meet up with Kevin and Carmelita. They're a couple local paranormal researchers based here in Wetaskiwin. And they're gonna tell me what it is they do and give me a couple of their best stories. And you know, in the past, different cultures believe that this time of year, the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. So let's find out about that.
I'm going to talk about the grandstands here, the west grandstands, the Danforth grandstands as it's named now. These original grandstands came from Edmonton Speedway back in the day. It was relocated out here, but there's an interesting story about these grandstands. Apparently a young man who was depressed and had some issues decided to hang himself over the railing. They found him hanging one day. We managed to capture a shadow figure sitting in the grandstands, halfway up, close to in between the railing and the yellow sets of stairs heading up.
Wow.
We, at that point, decided to do a formal investigation of the grandstand area. We managed to get a name on our Ovilus 4 device by the name of Vern. We also asked some questions. We asked what sport goes on here, what happens on the racetrack. We ended up having an EVP recorded where the spirit said NASCAR. The cars were lined up also on pit row that day. They were getting ready, the cars were staged to do the race school the following day. We managed to capture an EVP that stated, looks like they're beginning to race.
Wow.
On a subsequent investigation that we did, it was September a couple of years ago, and Bruce and his daughter were out, and we did an on-track investigation after we found out that there was a race car driver that passed on the track. We were out racing our former car, the number 5 Thunder car, and we were in the pits, and Bruce managed to capture some interesting EMF readings on an app he was using on his phone. So we took out our the only piece of equipment that we had at the time was a thermal imaging camera, and Bruce showed us the exact spot where he pulled the driver out of the vehicle, performed life-saving measures. That exact spot, and it was an extremely hot day that summer, I'm sure you remember.
Yep.
And this entire track and even the grass area showed up thermal, like really, really, really hot. All except that one area where that driver's body was. And that was a cold spot.
Wow.
We're up and proving it to hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
There is another side.
All of our evidence is found on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. could you
Visions
tell-
Intuitive Paranormal.
Visions Intuitive Paranormal. You have a YouTube channel, you have a Facebook page,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
before COVID you were doing tours. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, we were doing tours at Karen's Museum, the Wetaskiwin District Heritage Museum. It has been lots of fun. We discovered so many spirits there, so many. It's the most active building in the city when it comes to paranormal activity. There's even incidents of poltergeist activity where the police were called over the Christmas break last year for COVID because of the poltergeist activity setting off the motion sensors inside the museum. So that's the most active one. City Hall has some activity in the basement as well. The stands here, we're looking at expanding the tours, but it won't be until COVID really gets under wraps and they stop playing with what you can and cannot do, because it's really hard to plan what's going on. So a lot of things got interrupted, and unfortunately one of the things was our tours. I wish we could continue on, but
So you told me you wrote a book as well. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
yes, it's entitled Wetaskiwin's Lost and Forgotten. I believe Karen still has a few copies left in her museum downtown. It's also available on Amazon and any other online retailer that deals in books. It's available there. It's all about activity and some forgotten history of our city. People would be very surprised at some of the stories and how, they could be forgotten in the city, and a lot of the activity is generally because people are forgotten. And that's why I wrote the book. I wanted to give them a voice again.
So you think that these spirits, then, you're saying that these spirits they want attention. They feel that
Absolutely.
they're ignored, or do you think it's because they feel that it's like they have unfinished business that they had here on Earth, issues, and even in now that they've crossed into the other side, they're still not able to get past these issues, so that's why
They linger on.
they
Absolutely.
linger on.
Absolutely. Unfinished business. You'd be surprised what your mind can do. That's one of the stories in the book, is the power of the mind and how guilt is keeping this person trapped at City Hall.
We are at City Hall, and we're about to go down into the basement, and Kevin and Carmelita informed me that there is something a little bit sinister down here, they think. So I just want to reiterate once again, the veil is thin right now. So very thin. So wish us luck.
Here we go.
Okay, we're walking down into the basement of City Hall. And we're gonna find where the museum is here. It's pretty creepy, I'm not gonna lie.
This is one of the cells, the original cells. We ended up capturing a orb around the floor area, around the bed here. Etched in the stone, there is the original graffiti from prisoners that were actually held here.
So Carmelita, like, what are you feeling? Are you picking up on anything right now?
Sadness. Anger. The woman and the child.
The woman and the child, is that what you're feeling?
Mm-hmm.
We captured EVPs of a woman and a child in the building as well. When there was no other, it was just the two of us and the mayor and Karen that was down here at the time.
Oh, okay. And did they hear it as well?
That we don't know. I know I didn't hear the EVP until we got home. But I trust Karen's instincts when she's saying that she's feeling something now. Around this door area, we managed to capture several orbs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a misconception about orbs. Let me retract that statement. They're not orbs, they're light anomalies. Orbs are specks of dust. Light anomalies are actual visual evidence of spirits. It could be something that could even be like a finger that was captured in a brief moment of time. So we need to clarify. Orbs is a very broad term, where in the paranormal industry, a lot of paranormal groups do not like to use that word orbs because it stirs up a lot of controversy. So, with that being said, we no longer, as a group, use the word orb. It is now a light anomaly. So we've had several light anomalies captured in this room, more specifically around the bed and the door
Just
area.
where I'm standing right here?
Just right about where you're standing.
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Don't believe we captured anything in the kitchen area. It was more in this,
And they're there in the middle.
and yes, in the middle area.
Is that also on the City Hall video?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I believe we put that out on that video as well.
Okay.
It's gone.
The lady is gone.
Yeah. She's not moaning anymore.
Okay.
Do you feel any sort of dark presence down here right now, Carmelita?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Presence down there tonight,
Yeah.
for sure. Again, the veil is thin. I mean, it is that season.
Yeah.
That's why they won't leave me alone at home.
That's right. The spirits are just really, the spirits are alive in Wetaskiwin, folks. They really are. You got to come down and experience this for yourself at one of the many locations. This
Just
city
until
is.
COVID is over, yeah.
This city has a lot of paranormal activity, some that is yet to be discovered. Stay tuned.
We got out of there pretty quick. It started to feel kind of oppressive. All three of us noticed that it was feeling kind of strange, feeling very heavy down there. Yeah, all in all, a great experience. And I urge everyone, if you're interested in the paranormal, to go on their YouTube channel, Vision Intuitive Paranormal. Check out their videos and their Facebook page, and check out Kevin's book. He gave me a free copy, autographed copy. Kevin Saucier, Wetaskiwin's Lost and Forgotten. Happy Halloween, everybody.